Most of the fellows who collect tractors have a spouse, and so there is always this issue of how do we keep the spouse happy when we're out buying these tractors. So my wife at the time said, I like the hobby and I like you buying these tractors, but I happen to like the UDLX tractor, and I think that we should have one of those. I said, well, it's not really an orchard tractor. She says, well, I understand that, but you're buying what you want, and it just so happens that I like the UDLX, so why don't we buy one of those? I said, well, I'll tell you what, if you can find one, I'll buy it. So I regretted the day I ever said those words, because in about 60 days, she not only found one UDLX, she found 3. So off we went to Fargo, North Dakota in January, 19 below zero, to buy a UDLX with a cab. Then we ended up in Massachusetts and bought one with a cab. And then we went to Iowa and bought one without a cab. But we are unique in that we have the open and the closed UDLX. I think everybody pretty much knows the history of that tractor. It was designed with the intent of protecting the farmer from the elements and so on and so forth. And then also secondarily, it was supposed to be a car on Sunday and a tractor during the week. Although the concept was good, it was not financially good, because you could actually buy a car and a tractor for less money than what the UDLX costs. So they produced approximately 125 units with the cab, and I don't think they were sold that many. Some of them came back to the factory and they took the cabs off of them, and they built 25 without the cab. And they are not the same tractor. So if someone has a UDLX that's supposed to have a cab and it doesn't, it's not the same tractor as one without a cab. We found that out when we restored both tractors. The parts are not interchangeable. They are uniquely different. So to make a long story short, my wife was the catalyst to buy the UDLXs, and she was surprisingly proficient at finding tractors.